Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking what makes you attractive. So whether you're feeling a little insecure or down and need a little pick-me-up, like a reminder of how great you are, then this reading is for you. Or if you're just bored and need entertainment, it's just going to be a fun, good vibes reading again. At the end, I'm also kind of wanting to we want to ask who finds you attractive as well, not just the trait. So we could pick up on a specific person, specific people, or just like what type of people in general find you attractive. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. For group 1 today, we have the Ordinary Serum, and it's a niacinamide serum. I'm afraid of this, they're all going to roll everywhere. For group 2, we have this lipstick, if you want to see that color more closely. There it is. And for group 3, we have the mascara. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups that you feel most drawn to, that most resonate with your energy. And when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video, and I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the serum today. So the topic for today's reading is what makes you attractive? What are your attractive traits? And at the end, we will see who finds you attractive, whether that's a specific person or a type of person. So let's just jump in. I love this type of reading. Okay. So from the archetypes cards, we have the Avenger, and the light attribute says, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So one thing people could find very attractive about you is your sense of conviction or your sense of passion over the things you really believe in, especially if you have some type of causes. This could also manifest though on like an interpersonal level. You might just be considered the person who is extremely loyal, or the person who is always going to fight for their people, you know, and always be on the side of the people they're closest to. Okay, so from the Angel Oracle, we have Raise Your Vibration, and from the Herbal Astrology, we have number 6, which is Sage, and that says blessing. So with the Avenger and the Sage here, there's also kind of like a protective energy as well. So I do feel like people see you as very protective. So some of you might be kind of engaging in your masculine energy a little bit, which is being seen as attractive. I mean, especially if you're a man, but I just feel like there might be some level of that masculine protective energy that you must radiate, that people are drawn to, that they're attracted to. And then from the Animal Astrology Oracle, we have the Hyena. So your sense of humor and your wit definitely are some attractive traits here. Okay, give me a little second to tune in. So, okay. I'm getting this weird impression, like it's like Spirit wants to ask you, how do you think people can find you attractive? Like, how can they possibly be attracted to you when they can't find you or they can't see you? So I don't know if some of you are like hiding yourself a lot. It's like you're a ghost. Maybe you've ghosted a lot of people, or you're always traveling, you're always moving around, like people can't actually get you or see you. Maybe you just don't put yourself out there very much. I guess this could resonate in a lot of different ways, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of a weird tone they're coming through with, like, well, how can anyone find you attractive if they don't know about you, if they can't see you? If, like, how are people supposed to find you attractive if you're not putting yourself out there? Maybe that's like a message for somebody. I don't know. But it's like you're hiding, right? He's wearing a mask. These characters look like ghosts, and he's wearing a map even. So it's like you are just constantly in a different place, or people can't find you, or you're hiding in the dark. So it's like you are attractive, but who is there to find you attractive? So if you're wanting that, you got to put yourself out there. That must be a message for somebody. But anyway, back to traits. Okay, so there is a confidence about you that is very attractive when people see you. Of course, all of this is going to be with when people do see you. um, but you have a confidence about you that's not egoistic. I'm hearing a phrase and it's really weird. They're saying compassionate confidence. So it's like you radiate this security in who you are, this confidence, obviously, but um, it's not stuck up at all. It's almost like when people are around you, they get some of your conscious confidence, like it's contagious, like almost like you're an example to other people to how to hold themselves, how to carry themselves with dignity. Um, yeah, confident, dignified. I don't know if there's something physically here about your posture, how you carry yourself, how you walk. It's very confident, but it's not standoffish, which is a little weird because apparently you're not putting yourself out there, and maybe it's a temporary thing. I don't know. Um, it's weird that the dignified posture is coming through, and then we have the hyena, and they kind of have a hunched over posture. So maybe there's two sides to you that people find attractive where you're dignified, proper, you really carry yourself well. What is the term I'm looking for? Elegance, like you're really elegant, but then you have this side where you can let loose, be really human, be really humorous, be really witty, like the hyena here. Oh, and we even have the two sides of the moon here. So yeah, there's two sides to you, and they're both great. They're both attractive. I feel like you're the type of person that gives without any intent of receiving. Like you don't expect reciprocal energy. You're just very generous. You're just very giving, and that's a very attractive trait. Um, and I feel like I don't know if some of you have like you either have a if you're a woman you have a very hourglass shape, which people find attractive. If I'm gonna pull in some physical traits here, but otherwise if that's not the case, I'm also seeing like your lower belly, like kind of like being extruded a little bit. So if you have a larger lower belly, there are people out there that find that really attractive. I don't know if it's something about the curves of it, but um, a lot of people are actually finding that really attractive if that applies to your body. Could be like that dad bod shape too if you're a man. Also, a long, slender neck as well, I feel, is kind of something that's coming through here. Also, there is an energy of like maybe some of you have some type of, I want to say physical health issues that are visible to people. Like, like if you've had chemotherapy and, you've lost your hair, or it could be any other type of medical physical issue that people see about you. I feel like that it's not like people are attracted to that in a sick way. It's more like the inner strength it conveys, or even a curiosity about it, if that's ever visible on you. Could be the strength derived from mental health struggles as well. Because I'm also getting like resilience, that there's a resilience to you that people find attractive. Like, because I'm seeing like parts of this plant as if it's dead, but it's still regrowing new parts of it. So it's just like you maybe shed skins, or you're just resilient. Like I said, you're good at regrowing from the death, rising from the ashes like a phoenix, so to speak. I don't know if some of you vape, or I don't know. That obviously doesn't apply to everybody here. But I'm gonna pull some, let's see here. I'm gonna pull some traits. So, Spirit, can you tell us any more traits that we can get for group one? What do people find attractive about group one? And don't worry, we're gonna see who and what type of people are attracted to you in just a minute here. Not a lot wants to come out. And again, like I was saying in the beginning, it's like if you want more people to find you attractive, you gotta let more people see you. It's almost like I'm almost getting this image of even like your profile picture on social media is dark. or people can't see your face. Maybe you don't show anything. I don't know. Let's see here. So we have self-reliant. Yes, that kind of fits in with what I was saying with the resilience as well, the strength, the confidence. You're a very independent type of person. And I feel like a lot of people are drawn to that, especially because maybe the type of people who are kind of drawn to that are the ones who are against being, you know, they don't like codependent people, and you're like the opposite of a codependent person. And maybe you learn to be that. Maybe you've always been that. I don't know. So we have soft. So again, like there's something about your body that's really soft. Like even if you're really lean or something, there's a softness. Maybe it's to your facial features or your hair or something like that. But I feel like for most of you, there's a softness to your body that's really enticing. It's inviting and it's human. Especially, I was picking up that hourglass figure, so it seems like if you have curves, they're in, they're in nice places. So we have confident. Of course we have confident. That's one of the first things I said. Compassionate confidence, whatever that means, and dignified, elegant, all those things, and responsible. So yes, you are very reliant. It seems like some of you must give off this like single and happy to be single type of energy. You're not interested in partnerships or people who are attracted to you. I don't know, some of you are actually practicing celibacy, or you're just like, you're happy to be single unless someone absolutely perfect comes along. You are giving off that energy, but when you give off that energy, it does kind of pull people in more because, it's that hard to get thing that makes you seem like more of a prize. Let's see here. So I think I'm going to pull a couple tarot as well. So Spirit, can you tell us a little more? What do people find attractive about group number 1? Okay, the Knight of Discs. So hardworking, reliant. I don't know, some of you must be pretty financially stable and successful, and you've got some long-term goals. You have ambitions. And look how the Knight is it was like looking away. So it's almost like what I was just saying, like the fact that you're not seen kind of makes you more enticing, it draws people in, like if they know about you though, at the same time. And the Hierophant. Yeah, some of you are working towards some massive goals, and I'm getting financial goals, career goals, or even, with what I was saying in the very beginning with the Avengers, some of you have like a really strong causes that you're working towards, that they could be political or activist causes if it's not a big career thing. But I'm seeing there's a lot of symbols of abundance here as well. So people are either seeing you as really abundant right now, like financially abundant, or you're on your way. Again, I'm seeing something about smoke or vaping or other smoking habits, something here. I don't know if some people find that attractive. That's not going to resonate for everybody. So we do have strong Taurus energy with the Hierophant here, but it doesn't have to be. We also have fire energy, so you could be a fire sign, or especially a fire sign rising, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But okay, let's see who is finding you attractive, if anybody. If you're not putting yourself out there, if nobody comes through, then that is that might be on you, but we'll see. It depends on everyone's situation. So Spirit, can you tell us more? Any hints on who might find group 1 attractive? A specific person or a type of people, please. Any information you have for us here? Okay, so we have Gemini and Capricorn coming through here. 7th house. 7th house is interesting. So that could be someone that you are in like a contractual relationship, or someone you used to. So I don't know if someone here is married and like your spouse finds you attractive. That's your answer. Could be an ex-spouse as well. This could be a business partnership, in any type of contractual relationship there. So with the Mars, that changes what I was about to say. So Mars here, I was going to say this is generally a symbol associated with men. So I was going to say men in general probably find you attractive. But then we have the Venus symbol here, which is associated with women. So I'm going to say maybe men and women find you attractive. I don't know if some of you might be in the LGBTQ community, something like that. or you might just attract people of, all types, all genders. Let's see here. Okay, so we have kind of this stressed emoji in the 5th house. This is like people afraid to come forward to you because they're afraid you're going to either judge them for their lifestyle or their creative output, like their art, something like that. I don't know, something about your energy must give off, not that you're just happy being single and you're so good at what you do, but also I feel like some people kind of like they look up to you in a way. They see you as this hierophant, this figure that's like a representation of something that they want. For some of them, I don't know if some of you are like prominent in like an artistic field or whatever field it is that you're prominent in or working towards. Some people like look up at that and they just they admire it so much, but they also feel like it's a little bit unapproachable. Like kind of in an out of their league type of way, but I want to say more than just physically. It just seems like some people might feel like you are socially out of their league, artistically, something along those lines. One, I guess that's attractive and enticing, but it's also it makes some people not want to approach you. Okay, so we have the letter Y, and that appears in the 4th house. Fourth house can be childhood friends, people you've known for a really long time, or people who live in your hometown could be coming through. They could be attracted to you. And then we have the 11th house here. That's your community, your social circle. And we have Jupiter. I feel like, okay, so Jupiter falling in the 11th house is telling me that more people want to be just like in your circle, generally, in your community, in your friendship circle, not necessarily romantically. It feels like people are attracted to you in ways that are more than just romantic. And I feel like it's because of your successes and your skills, and it's just your confidence and your energy in general. People are looking up to you as a human being. And I just feel like a lot of people, like there's this respect where they see you as up here and they're down here, and or kind of like a mentor type of energy. But yeah, I'm not saying there's not romantic and physical attraction here, because I've picked up on that, but they're just wanting to come in and say people are attracted to you for more than just romance reasons. Like even people who are physically attracted to you would be happy to just be in your circle and be in your friend in a lot of ways. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 1. I hope this was interesting. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, or if you just want to let me know which group you were in, that's always appreciated. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you like my style, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here. I make a lot of different pick a card tarot readings on a variety of topics, which you can find characterized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested in any other of my readings. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the lipstick today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is, what is attractive about you? What do people find physically, energetically, personality-wise attractive? And at the end, we're going to try to see if we can get you any details on who finds you attractive, whether that's a specific person, multiple specific persons, or a type of person. So let's go ahead and get started. So from the archetype cards, okay, we have 2 of the child cards actually. So we have child orphan and we have child magical. So that, I mean, immediately off the bat, there is something about your energy that is very childlike, full of childlike wonder. And obviously that probably manifests in your physical appearance as well. Some of you might have really round faces, big eyes, baby faces. You might look a lot younger than you are. I want to say big eyes though for some of you. But yeah, it is your energy, definitely. It's like you're not jaded, right? You've kept your childlike wonder. You haven't let the world bring you down so much that you're jaded and you've lost your hope and sense of fun and all this stuff. And just the child magical here. She's a fairy, so it's like, you know how kids, like, they play make believe and they pretend about fairies and all other sorts of magical creatures. It seems like maybe some of you have a really well developed fantasy world, fantasy realms in your head. Some of you might even be like writers, like fiction writers, world builders. You do things like this, and you have a very rich creative imagination. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be writing, but that's like an example. But it just seems like your head is very rich with unique ideas and creativity. And for some reason, it is coming across like characters and fantasy places, things like that. But yeah, if I could sum that up, it's your imagination. People find your imagination in specific very attractive, or your ability to have it. Some of you might have a really strong visual imagination, which I'm kind of jealous of. I have kind of aphantasia. I've always wondered what that's like. But let's see here. But people with that are very strong ability to create. So some of you must have a very strong creative outlet. And if you're not, you probably should. Let's see here. We also have all the planets around here, so I don't know if some of you like are specifically into something to do with space, and I mean that scientifically, like astronomy, astrophysics, something like that. But of course, that could also represent astrology, since we are all kind of into tarot and astrology over here. Okay, so the orphan child, right? This is learned independence. So it seems like there's something about your energy, like you've managed to maintain your childlike wonder, your childlike joy and life, but that might be a learned trait with the child orphan being here, right? Because the orphan child has to grow up fast, doesn't have the same love and support as other people have. So you've been through quite a few lessons that have made you strong, that have made you focus on positivity and joy and childlike wonder. It's like you've deliberately chosen that because of the difficult experiences you've gone through. And people are attracted to that because it's like you're not, well, I just heard the word vapid. You're not vapid, you're not vain, you're not superficial. It's like you found ways to choose to be happy, and people love that, or the people who are attracted to you love that anyway. I'm also seeing like it's funny because I saw it on the cards, like in my my psychic vision, but I'm also like wiping off the barcode sticker from this lipstick, but I saw a barcode. I don't know what that means though. It's like a barcode would be something serial, something mass produced. So maybe that's hinting at the fact that you're not cookie cutter. You're not, I feel like, not what people expected, right? I feel like maybe on the surface you might come across as maybe life's been handed to you, you've had it easy, you're spoiled, you've never had to learn any hard lessons. I feel like maybe some people expect that from you because of how you look or how you act at first glance, but then when they get to know you, they realize how much you actually know, how much you've actually been through, and that you're not barcoded, you're not you're not just a mass-produced everyday person. You have a lot more uniqueness, a variety, and definitely depth with your imagination coming through here. But anyway, we got a lot more cards to look at. So the Angel Oracle, we have take charge and action. So he's holding an arrow, so that's like strong Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be, but that Sagittarius, again, if you're a writer or a strong, you even could be a reader. Maybe some of you are like really into reading, especially reading fiction. Educating yourself generally, things like that. This is what people find attractive. It also seems like maybe some of you are really good at manifesting because it just seems like from other people's perspective, it's like you can just make a wish and or set an intention and then it just comes true. It seems magical, just like that. Okay, from the herbal astrology cards, we have number 42, which is Amanita, and it says conduit. And from the animal spirit oracle, we have the bear and the tarantula in reverse. Okay, so the arrow here and the tarantula being in reverse. You are not indecisive. It seems like you are very good at making up your mind. And like you set your sights on something and you always hit your target. You just make it happen. When you want something to happen, it happens. You make it happen. And probably really quickly as well. Like you're not you don't hesitate. You don't sit around and wait. So especially in like, say, this is an example, but in like a romantic context, like if two people are together, it's like, where should we go out to eat for our date? And maybe some people are like, I don't know, where do you want to go? It just seems like you always know, right? Like you always know exactly what you want, where to go, what to do. Some of you might be excellent planners as well, and have really excellent organizational skills. So yeah, so that really attracts the type of people that get frustrated by those indecisive types. It seems like you maybe shock people's expectations in that way because of how decisive you are and how much you know yourself. And this doesn't have to apply in that situation. Maybe you're not someone who's always decisive on where to eat, so apply it to how it fits. It seems like in some area of your life, however you are, you know exactly what you want. You always do. You know exactly what to do. You shoot your arrow. It's always bullseye. Or at least from other people's perspective, they're attracted to that. Let's see here. So we are seeing fairies. So I don't know, some of you are like really into fairies specifically. You're connected to them on some level. You might actually have, if we're going to dive into what's attractive about your physical appearance, some of you might have characteristics that people perceive as fairy-like. I can't think of what those would be. But yeah, something fairy-like, something whimsical. This could be about how you dress. You might just have really, I want to say fairy-like, like almost a pointed features in some ways, but obviously still looking pretty youthful with these two child cards here. You're really fun. You're just fun to be around. You're the person people would always want to have at a party because you're lively, you're fun, you're energetic. Like I said, this childlike joy. It's like you're the type of person that can have fun, even without drinking, stuff like that. It's like you find fun and happiness in any situation. You always lighten the mood. You make it feel close, like community all of the time. So I'm going to pull up some traits now to see if you can get any other specifics, and then we will see who finds you attractive. So Spirit, can you help us see anything else? Anything else about group 2? Not a lot of these are wanting to come out today, but that's fine. We're getting specific. Okay, so we have wholesome. So that's interesting that I just said even if you're not drinking. So some of you might just live kind of like a wholesome, sober, straight edge, clean cut lifestyle. You don't swear, things like that. It doesn't have to be, but it's just something about your energy that's really wholesome. But you're really positive, you're good vibes. Yeah, wholesome. So let's see here. We have prompt. Again, going back to those excellent organizational skills I was picking up on, or that rapid decision-making capability. People love that. It's like maybe some of you are like actually prompt as in punctual, and you don't ever leave people waiting, which means that you're really courteous, right? You care about how you affect other people and their time. You respect other people's time and boundaries really well. And then we have intuitive. So yes, people love your intuitive gifts, your abilities. And I feel like this goes really well with your strong imagination that I was picking up on. But let's see if we can pick up on who Who finds you attractive? So Spirit, can you help us know who finds a group 2 attractive? Specific people or types of people, please. Specific people or types of people. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Okay, so we have a lot of different like religious symbols coming out here. So we have the Star of David. So if you're looking for like specific people, some of these religions could be. So I don't know, like if you know someone who's Jewish, that could be. Or we have the Christian cross here, so Christianity. And we also have the pentagram symbol. So that's like Wicca or other various magical occult traditions here as well. So it could just be people in general with a specific religious or cultural background that you know is relevant to your situation. Or just religious people in general might be more attracted to you. Maybe because you're wholesome. Maybe because, like us picking up, a lot of you live on this more wholesome kind of lifestyle. Like you're not going out wild partying all of the time. So that would align with a lot of religious people's values, which would explain why. So we have the home here. Also home body type. So I do feel like you attract a lot of people who are homebodies, maybe because they see you as that. Like you prefer a night in to a night out in general. Some of you might be a little more balanced on that, but we do have the bear here. So even if you're not a homebody, there's something about you that comes across that way. You could be more introverted as well if it's not just being a homebody. Okay, we have the initial B. We have the initial H. And we have the initial A, and that's in the 9th house, which is more of that Sagittarius energy. I don't know if some of you are Sagittarius rising specifically. It doesn't have to be. We also have 8th house, so that's Scorpio energy. We also have the Cupid. So yeah, I mean, and the Cupid landed in the 7th house. Okay, so when people are romantically attracted to you, it's not just like passing crushes usually. I feel like people, like, they see you as marriage material. Like, pretty much like they look at you and they're like, okay, that's spouse material. That's not the type of person to just play around with, have a casual relationship. So I feel like when people are romantically attracted to you, they feel like they have to come correct the first time. Like they don't have many chances because they don't want to mess it up. They don't want to mess it up because it's like, okay, this person is worth the long-term effort. I gotta succeed here. Okay, so we have Libra as well here, and we have the chicken. People have the chicken, so some people might be actually scared to approach you. Maybe for the reasons I was just saying, and the fact that the 7th house opened up here. This also came up in group 1. If any of you are asking about your spouse finds you attractive. So if you're questioning that, there's your answer. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. And if you're new here and you liked this reading, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here. If you like my style, or you're also free to check out my other readings. I make a lot of different pick a card tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. Comment down below also if you would like to, or even if it's just to let me know which group you were in. I always appreciate that. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the mascara today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is what makes you attractive? What do people find attractive about you? Physically, energetically, in your personality, or just going to see what wants to come through. And at the end, we are going to ask who finds you attractive? Whether that's a specific person, multiple specific people, or just types of people generally. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm like starting to whisper, like, I don't know, it might be something about your voice. You might have like I want to say something sexy about your voice, something really attractive, really alluring about your voice in particular, that people they're really drawn to it, like they want to hear it more. And I'm just looking at your cards here. The one right here on top is the storyteller, and storytellers use their voices. But I want to say, if you have like videos like posted to your social media or something like with your voice, I feel like, I don't know, this is creepy, but it seems like there's people out there that just like play it just so they can listen to it and hear your voice. Maybe it's not creepy, I don't know. But there's something very alluring about your voice. So we have the storyteller from the archetypes cards. And the light attribute says ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So some of you could be good storytellers as well. So if it's not like the quality and sound of your voice, although I'm getting that so strongly, it could be how you express yourself, how you speak. It could be powerful, or it could be creative. I don't know if some of you have creative hobbies where you use your voice, if you are a public speaker, a debater, where you have a power to your voice, or if some of you, I'm getting stand-up comedian, something like that, or it could just be some of you are just really funny. Maybe you're really good at telling jokes, or you're always cracking them, which is, you know, very attractive. Everyone loves people who can lighten the mood and be creative with their humor. Oh, also singing. There's musical notes coming like out of her. So singing voice for some of you. If you sing, people find that very attractive. Also, I'm getting like gardening, homesteading. If some of you are very good at growing plants, I'm like more specifically seeing like jarring them. So like jarring or canning, whatever you call that, where like you make your own jams, things like that. Maybe some of you like preserve foods. Uh, I don't know, just things about farming generally. I don't know if some of you are into that. But let's see. From the Angel Oracle, we have manifestation. And from the Herbal Astrology Oracle, we have number 54, which is Ashwagandha, and it says purpose. And from the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the hummingbird. So about speech, there's something also about you. People are enticed by your voice, but also people feel kind of speechless around you. So I don't know if it is because of the power of your voice or presence, or maybe some people just find you so physically and otherwise attractive that they just feel speechless in your presence. They just feel speechless or motionless or something, because like this angel on this card almost looks made of ice. Like people suddenly get frozen in their tracks when they see you or when they interact with you. They might start stumbling over their words and feeling more shy than they normally would, because your presence is disarming, maybe. I feel like, oh, so people who find you attractive, and this is weird because I must be picking up on some people who have been in relationships with you or are, because I'm getting chemistry. People feel like they have really good chemistry with you, or maybe people just assume that they would have really good chemistry with you, something like that. And I want to say sexually as well as romantically. Some of you, this is another, there's weird random things coming in here, so take them as they resonate, but it seems like some of you might have like an abnormal sleeping schedule. I have no idea why this is coming through. Like, I don't know if some of you work a night shift or you're night people, but I'm not even just picking up on that. Some of you, it's like you just don't have a regular sleeping schedule. Maybe it's just because you're always wired or creative, and you are, you're very dynamic. That just might be the energy I'm picking up on, is that you are dynamic. You do a lot of different things. You fit a lot of different things into your life and your schedule in terms of creative projects and work and hobbies, just all sorts of things. It seems like you have a lot of different things going on in your life. And maybe for some of you that causes you to have like a weird erratic sleeping schedule. But for others of you, it might just be maybe you do so much that people wonder how you even fit it all into your day, into your schedule, and you manage to do all of these things. There's almost a level of, I'm getting mixed energies. Like people are either envious of that or they're impressed by it. Maybe a mix of both. Let's see here. Some of you might have uniquely colored hair. Regardless, I think your hair in general is considered attractive. I feel like it, but the fact that uniquely colored came through, there's something about your hair that might not fit, I don't know, conventional beauty standards or something like that. I don't know if some of you have like a unique haircut or something like that, or you just don't style it to be perfect all the time. People find that attractive. There is something about nighttime though. So some of you must be night owls, so that is attractive to some people here. You're also coming across as really balanced, really balanced and really well-rounded. Like you have a lot going on. You have a lot going on. But you never really seem flustered. You never seem overwhelmed. And I feel like I was saying, some people find this really impressive. Like some of them might even be surprised to learn about all of your skills, talents, things going on, your social life, all the different things you're doing, just because you handle it so well. You handle it so gracefully. People would never even guess because you're not, I guess you're just not an easily stressed person. Maybe some of you are really, really proactive. And so you just handle things well, and it almost baffles some people that you can manage things so well. Or maybe you're just so in flow and in tune with your intuition that you kind of act chaotically, but it all works out. Something like that. Okay, Spirit, can we get any more information? What do people find attractive about... you're also really expressive with your emotions, I feel. So people love this emotional expression, something like that. Like you're not closed off. You're not. People never feel like you're hiding intentions. People feel like you're honest. Some of you might have, I don't know, at first a little bit of a resting bitch face, but then maybe you smile. Maybe you show some emotion, and they can quickly see the humanity in you, and so it becomes less intimidating. I feel like you do have a friendly energy, which kind of disarms people who might initially think that you're a little bit cold. Ice queen, resting bitch face, something like that. But anyway, Spirit, can you give us more information? Oh, got something. More information. What do people find attractive about group 3, please? If anything wants to come out. All right. I don't know what this is. It's like a weird extra thing fell in here. Huh, okay. I can't take that many, Spirit. Okay, but like I was saying, we have all this stuff that kind of goes with the fact that, you know, you're very dynamic. You have a ton going on. Okay. Let's see, we have imaginative. So you're imaginative, you're creative. I do imagine a lot of you have a lot of different creative projects going on, or at least you seem this way to people. You have a convincing, exactly, like I was saying in the beginning, you have a power to your voice, to how you express yourself. Would not be surprised if some of you are excellent public speakers. Okay, we have a tolerant, so you're open-minded. Your open-mindedness is very attractive to people. We have cooperative, yes, you're a team player. You obviously are kind of a boss, right? With this big dynamic life you have going on, but you don't take on that role. You don't claim that for yourself. You don't say you're better than other people. You don't intentionally try to lead people. You come across as this team player that's just there to help and support everybody and help everyone else grow with you. Even if other people find who you are kind of intimidating, you're actually not. You're super friendly. You're super helpful. And you just want to help everyone else grow. Okay, so we have lively, which fits everything I've been saying. We have persistent. I feel like you don't give up easily, and that's how you became so talented. We have tidy. You know, that's interesting that comes up because I feel like some of you are tidy because you're very on top of your life and you're organized, but I just feel like for some of you here, I know you're resonating with a bit more of a chaotic energy, but it's like there's a method to the madness almost, if that's your energy. Like things might be a little bit untidy, a little bit disorganized, but it's organized to you, according to how your brain works, according to how your system works, even if it doesn't look that way to other people. Because I'm getting mad genius energy right now. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we have fashionable. So people really like your fashion sense, even if it's a little offbeat. People like how you dress. They're attracted to how you dress, how you decorate either your body and also your space, because I'm seeing like a bedroom, a well-decorated, intentional bedroom for some of you. And we have forgiving, big open heart. I feel like you don't hold on to grudges. Maybe you just don't have time to like worry about, you know, enemies and drama, things like that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see who it is finds you attractive. Specific people, a type of people, whatever wants to come through. So Spirit, can you help us figure out who is attracted to group 3? Who is attracted to group 3? That's kind of funny. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Who is attracted to group 3? Okay, so we have the letter Y. That could be relevant to somebody. We have the letter Q. We have Sagittarius and Scorpio wanting to come through. And we have the letter A. We have Taurus. We have Pluto, which is more Scorpio energy. Scorpio and Sagittarius cusp is coming through really strongly, actually. We have the letter M or W. We have the knife here. So this is telling me that intelligent people, intelligent and well-educated people, cultured people, I like the word cultured, and sophisticated people are the types that find you attractive, because I feel like that's how they see you. They see you as intelligent, cultured, educated, sophisticated, dynamic, and so you're attracting like-minded people, people who are also like that. I want to say high society. You seem like I don't know, because I'm getting like that, you know, artsy New York kind of vibe. I don't know if that's kind of making sense here, like, or like a downtown Denver, Seattle type of vibe here, if you know the vibe I'm talking about. But where people are just really artsy, really creative, really intellectual. I feel like that's the types of people that you attract. But yeah, if you're not familiar with those cities and those cultures, then just ignore what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, so we have the scissors. So it could be people from your past, maybe that you've cut off, find you attractive, or they still find you attractive. Could be exes wanting to come through here with the scissors. But the fact that this is, that it landed in the second house, a lot of you, you're not very materialistic. And I feel like you also, the people who are attracted to you are also not very materialistic. So it's like possessions, money, wealth aren't that big of a deal to you, or the types of people that are really attracted to your energy. And then we also have more Taurus, we have Leo, and a little bit of Aries coming through here, but we have the rabbit. So rabbits are, well, they're that SEXual energy. They have a high SEX drive. They reproduce really quickly. So I don't know, something about your energy must, let's just say you attract people SEXually a lot. So there's something about your physical appearance, and like I was saying, your voice. You must attract a lot of SEXual attention, and I feel like that's more people. That's people in general, because now I'm seeing more lowbrow people, whereas before I was getting more highbrow, intellectual, educated types. Those are the ones that are attracted to you romantically for a relationship, but I just feel like in general, you're attracting a lot of people who are just SEXually attracted to your physical appearance, if I'm going to be honest. And And especially since that landed near the 12th house here, these are people that you probably don't even notice or care about or that are aware of. Because the 12th house is a lot of hidden things. And then we have the fairy sitting on this moon here. So yeah, creative types, people who are ambitious, striving in the arts and other creative fields, kind of the same type of people I've been picking up so far. They love your personality, your hobbies, everything you do. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If not, feel free to give it a thumbs down. If you are new here and you liked this reading, if it resonated and you kind of like my vibe and style, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here. You are also welcome to check out my other videos if you're kind of interested. I make a lot of different pick a card tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page, so go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!